Hello, welcome back to the Team Machines. I'm not wearing my headphones right now, so I apologize if there's any feedback. But we had a little bit of a snag of installing the mod packs. There was a little bit of change of plans that happened at the last minute. That kind of crippled us to make it. And also, we had to get to a driver's ed meeting because we were starting to learn how to drive. We were in school. We were around. Our team is 14, maybe 13. I'm not sure how old Cooper is, but I know me and Tyler are at least 14. But anyway, that's what I made the video here for. What we're here for is a pretty big I guess you could say, pre-launch trailer of the mod pack. I'm pretty sure you can remember me doing this back in the turkey hunt video I did back in, what was it, Thanksgiving. And I was really bad at commentating, probably still am, but at least I think I'm doing better than what I did back then. But I'm going to show you some of the main things, what we have in this mod pack. And what those main things are, is that I thought of a way to make a mod pack that would be manageable for all of our computers to handle, because some of ours are worse than others. But we all at least have a computer, and we all have Minecraft now. That was a big snag earlier, that's why we couldn't get a channel rolling before. A lot earlier, we had to start doing it a lot earlier, before we figured out a handbrake and all that stuff. But here are the major things we hit. Lots of weaponry to start out with, because this weaponry is pretty easy. Besides that weaponry, that's advanced stuff down here. But we started out with making this type of weaponry, which is basically, vanilla. Then we start doing the muskets, that type of stuff. But it doesn't stop there. No, oh no, it does not. We need lots of weaponry. And I mean lots. Because we got some OP bosses in this. And I also we got some OP bosses. So I got weaponry covered, of course. Vehicles these are the ones I don't have parts installed. So these things crash the game. So I'm not going to use those. For Tyler, we got tech mods for faster building of the mega city. Spoilers, we are doing a mega build series, similar to Nova's Asgard. But that was a long time ago, and I saw that series, and I'm like, that'd be a good idea, because in the Hexit, which is done now, by the way, unless you didn't see the trailer. Oh, excuse me. Blah. Excuse me. Anyway, yeah, Hexit is done. And because Tyler accidentally deleted bunch of the stuff, deleted the world when we were trying to do a different mod pack to start off with, since we were getting bored with that one, because we didn't have a nice way to go besides kill all the bosses, which was kind of too long-term of a goal. But now we have something to work towards, instead of having to look around and find stuff. I installed a couple, 3 dungeon packs, I believe. I installed Roguelike Dungeons, Dungeon Pack, and Chocolate Craft. And those 3 dungeons will generate dungeons all around, underground or above ground, like these ones, which store loot in them. Like surplus platoon, archery of defense, which all have different enchantments on. Basically, this is a randomly generated one that I went out and found. And we also hit other things. If we're going to build a base, we also have tons of mobs to fight against. Like, not just like the ones that will probably wander out of their bases if we were to set up camp next to one. Like these guys. Oh, I can't find a thing. This is like a loot you can find. The Mecha Golem. We also have more creatures installed. Let me get to that. Where are they? Oh yeah, they're up here. We have like a bunch of things. We got like some harmless ones, then we start getting into the hostile ones. Like the Wrath, the Flame Wrath. Fox, I'm not sure. Maybe it's like neutral. And there's a bunch of other ones. There's like the Blizz, which is basically the Blaze's second cousin, which is basically the opposite, ice. We also got one that not many people use, I don't believe. It's called Dungeon Crawler. This mod is extremely useful when we're going through dungeons. If we're going to go through like a chain of dungeons, and we're going to be down there for a couple days, we're going to bring Dungeon Crawler stuff, like these utility knives. I'm not sure if those are in combat or not, because they look super similar to these knives. No, they're probably in tools. Yep, there they are. You can craft them like this. I'm not sure if it's a conflict or if they're compatible. Maybe this like replaces the chop board, which I'm pretty sure it does. Which can be really helpful. So you can fight with this weapon. And what else can you do? You can fight with this weapon. This makes it extremely useful. Okay, you can fight with this knife, which is 1 iron ingot and 1 stick, or a bone, because it's compatible with a bone, which I have always never understood ever since I started playing Minecraft. You can use it for a chopboard for any of these. You can use it if you have quartz instead of flint, and a bone and a feather. You can carve it into 4 arrows. You can turn this into a sharp stick for like a emergency weapon if this is low. Turn this into an emergency weapon, or turn it into a spike trap, which I'll get into in a little bit. Turn this into a bone club if you're desperate or your friend needs a weapon. Use it to cut open and make a couple bombs. Which these ones I think are throwable. Like the end bomb will teleport you, fire one. I think you understand what this does. And this one's basically normal TNT. And you make large IMP bomb, that's what they call it that. Gravel, you can turn it into pebbles, which I'll think you can either throw them or shoot them in a rock shot, which are over here. See their pebble? I guess that's regular rock shot. So you get a spike trap out of that. This is stuff you can make in like, instead of if you put these in there, you can make them in like your 2x2 crafting bench instead of having to get like a actual crafting bench and put them in like that. Just so you can turn this into a 2-in-1 planks, which is the best thing I could probably do, which is awesome. Like this is so you don't need. They make this so you can make them in your 4x4. Use a knife to make it into this instead of having to bring along a whole crafting bench with you. See, look at all this. It's an extremely useful mod. You can pretty much craft a bunch of stuff, and you can cut the poison parts off a poison potato, turn it into a normal one, which can also be very helpful. You can cut that up into dead meat, which I'm not sure what it does. I know you can turn this into soup. Let's see what this does. Turn it into dead meat, which I'm pretty sure you can eat. And get back into this. Move forward. Make that into spider soup. Make a mushroom stew bucket, which I don't even know. I'm pretty sure that's a lot better. Turn these into sticks, which, yeah, you get too many saplings and make a huge jungle biome. You can turn into that. Turn a ladder into 2 sticks, which is not as beneficial, but still. Turn cactuses into sticks, which if you're spawned like you put on large biomes and you're stuck on a huge desert biome, this will be very beneficial. I remember having this mod on Super Hostile Sunburned Islands. Me and Gabe used to play that map all the time. And there was this place underwater, which is just a glass and full of paintings just to fill up your inventory that Vex made. So it's glass, a thin wall of glass, and in water. And there's creepers everywhere, so you're getting flooded by water, and you're constantly getting paintings in your inventory. And there was a big chest there, so it was extremely annoying, which at least you turned into something vaguely useful. Which basically you can like tear apart, dismantle stuff into the wooden components, which is very, very good, if you're asking me. You can turn a hopper into a chest, which you can find in dungeons. You can turn that into a bow if you need it. Find those. This is like dungeon utilities. What is this? Turn a trap test into a tripwire. Basically dismantling. Turn that into leather if you find a bunch of books in a dungeon once again. These are a bunch of good dungeon uses. Turn that into iron. That's really kind of losing a lot of materials. Oh yeah, like especially like even in roguelike dungeons, you can actually find a jukebox in there, and if you don't want the jukebox, well, that's down below. You can turn it into a diamond. But oh yeah, that's actually a lot more useful instead of breaking the watermelon, put it in there. Break this stuff down into its quartz, and then we're back to this. And I'm not sure if diamond has any more uses. Let's see. It looks like it has around the same amount of uses. Yep. And then we have if we look around, we have extra biomes XL as our main biomes, which I'm kind of disappointed. Actually, I kind of wanted to use big biomes craft just because of how wacky it was when I saw Nova's playthrough. Which don't say I'm copying, because guess what? That was like over a year ago, and we thought it'd be a good idea to make a build series with that type of biome. And we got these guns. These are a good part of the guns. You don't have to spend that much materials on. If we make converted guns, like you start out with these ones, like I never just make a pistol like these. These things are just a waste of iron. How much is it? Let me see. Precision pistol. That's rifled. 3 pieces of iron. So if you're really desperate, but I'd rather just get the extra 6 pieces of iron. And where is it? 1 second. Precision. Okay, god dang it. I'd make the precision revolver. I'd rather just get the extra 5 pieces. And the wood grip is crafted like this. I'd rather just get the extra 5 pieces to make this, because this takes 6 shots of precision cartridges, which I don't even use anyway because they take too long to load. which I would turn into, grab one of these before I even shot it, to grab a cartridge conversion kit, which is crafted by that. It turns it into, it takes metal cartridges instead of paper cartridges, which is a lot more accurate and a lot less time to load. Or you can turn it, and then you can use that, turn it into a converted revolver rifle, which is pretty cool. I think it gives it more accuracy or something. I'm not exactly sure what the actual stats are. Man, I'm having a lot of those today. It's the same thing with all these muskets, like precision shotgun, double-barreled shotgun. You can convert these, but shotguns for me, you can't use bayonets like a trench gun or anything. Same thing with that, you can turn a precision musket, which takes a buttload of time to reload, turn it into a rifle, the rifling tool, and it's basically like the Civil War single-shot rifles that they always use. And what our main thing is, like in the beginning, we want to have guns as much as like lever rifles, like around this. A lot easier to making the modern weapons, which are extremely expensive, and they're pretty big bosses in here. Let me see. Let me spawn one. Okay, let's say you're walking around. An exterminator comes by. What do? You're gonna need some anti-boss weapons. Don't ever get those messed up. And I got the Barrett 50 cal, but if I put like a red dot sight on it, which I'll show you how to do in a second. What you do, I always call it the V hammer. Some people know where that's from. It's a Nerf prop to judge. Let's see how much damage this does. 10, 10, 10. The armor for these things. Take that out. That doesn't work. Pull out the 20mm cannon, which is modern weapons, but it's extremely expensive as well. 100. Oh, baby. Oh. Look at that. That's an anti-boss weapon. Not as good as this 40mm. We got some more right here. We got the one of the ones from Quiverbow mod. Let me find another boss. Let's say there's a boss that spawns more mobs. This one do that? He's a necromancer. Oh my god. But you don't want the curse bone. We'll call those guys in a second. Come on. Come to the cursed bone. I'll be back when I will come back in when I find it. Okay, we are back, and I cannot find it. Apparently, it's different than the old one. But let's say cursed. Do these guys drop this? See, these guys spawn those. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, they look like the guys in there. But let's say you have one that spawns a lot of enemies. What do? And you're low on ammo, but you have something like this. The dragon motor. This thing is a great... Ooh. This thing is a great, like, crowd control weapon. I'll show you why. Look at that. This thing's an amazing crowd control weapon. Finish him off. This thing is an amazing crowd control weapon. Let's say you run out of this, but you've saved up all of your materials for something like a base defense system like this. Like, let's say, it wouldn't really matter, but let's say like Godzilla comes by your door. How are you gonna take him out? I'm sure your other guns aren't gonna do anything. Time to grab a baby like this. See the damage on this guy. Ah, he's right on my field. Second. False alarm. Moving. Oh, he fell right into one. I was gonna go in that second. I'll go that right in a minute when I keep this guy down. You get out of my face. See, look at that. One shot down. Bro. Bro. AA cannons. What? That didn't sound demonic. Oh, let's take this guy out. Here's a perfect example. Oh, I gotta aim a little bit to the side because really that's projectiles are coming. Okay, crosshair is a little bit inaccurate, but heavily armored enemy. Dang it. Remember to do that. Let's try this compared to the... Let's try this compared to this. How defensible is he? Apparently these bosses are very defensible. Just what, that doesn't stop me from doing that. Intense gameplay right here. Grab this, Colt. Jeez. Ah, goddamn hitbox. Gotta pull out more stops. Pull on my millions of weapons here. You know what? 120 mil grenade launcher. See if this guy can survive this. Whoa! It's gonna be hard to fight in survival. Jeez. Use infernal mods. That's infernal mods for you right there. We're going on a manhunt, I guess. I don't want that guy around here. This guy Supreme Overlord zombie? This is not a good showcase. See if we can take him out close range with a shotty. I guess it's a little bit of weapon testing too. These weapons are good against other mods. This guy's just like a mini boss that has like a lot of OP stuff on him. Like that. Oh, come on, don't die on me yet. Gotta be a better way. It's gotta be. 85 mil recoilless rifle. AP. Johnny's you furry little weirdo. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't crash, bro, don't crash. Oh, god dang it. Okay. Oh, he doesn't like this one. He does not like this. Whoa, 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 whoa! What is going on? What did he do? Yeah, that was well worth it. Take out all your artillery on him, and that's all you get. Anyway, more creases. I like... Anyway. Tell us I'm gonna get mad at me for showing you this much anyway. And one more thing I want to add. I'm not going to spoil everything. You still got another 2 pages to go. But I'm not going to spoil it. Oh, God damn it. Once again, my game is lagging above conception of the human brain. Well, I'm using a laptop. I'm surprised it's held up as well as it is. But here's the last thing. We got a bunch of tech. We got some more tech stuff right here, like mechanism. And there's some more. This is one of my favorite mods. The other 2 pages. We got this stuff for eating. And we got 2 more pages, which I'm going to let you find out when you watch the series. This is Tristan. This is Tristan from the Tristan from the TeamMachines. Oh, God dang it. Once again, I'm a little bit of frame rate drop. The machine's sounding out.